Would you play this game? Dissident Hunt is a edgy run-and-gun platformer I started making 5 years ago and then abandoned. However, there seems to be an increasing interest in platform games, as well as edgy games. Write in the comments what you think about this game and if I shall continue and turn it eventually in a playable game. Before you say just upload a demo, well, I had massive problems even recording this footage because the game crashed too much. Also, I have hundreds of files here and have to sort out which assets are actually needed and probably pack them to a single file. What you see here is deathmatch mode, so it has nothing to do with the story so far. The game is played with 2 axes and 4 buttons. The buttons are for jumping, shooting, switching the weapon and bringing up a status screen. With arrow down you can duck and arrow up acts as the use key, as in biomenace. Like Commander Keen, you can shoot downwards while you are in mid-air. Also you can no-clip through platforms by pressing duck and jump together. Instead of a few hit points and iframes, you have a health bar with a fine resolution, similar to a first-person shooter. There are 10 different weapons and you can select them at will, similar like Just Check Rabbit. You are Horst Beckstein, a Bavarian scientist working in Berlin on a cure for cancer. One day, some CIA-funded activists ready for a color revolution assault your lab. They oppose animal testing, genetic engineering and think you are a reptile that turns children into drugs in the non-existing cellar of the lab. They beat you up and push a shelve full of anabole steroids onto you, leaving you to die. But you don't die. The steroids turn you into an 80s action hero, including a mullet and a mustache. You also find a machine gun because Berlin is gangland. You now go on a rampage against activists, NGOs and the civil society. Like South Park, you hate all activists equally, no matter which faction they are. The basic gameplay loop goes like that. You find a bomb, the mainframe of the NGO and the exit. You use the bomb to destroy the mainframe and leave through the exit. You also find some NPCs you can talk with to reveal the story. Near every mainframe there is a pig in a tuxedo, the CEO of the NGO, that you can trash talk with. In the later levels you need keycards to disable electric beams to reach everything. The keycards and bombs as well as extra life and point items are found in closets. You have to collect keys to open the closets. Point items are contraband like light bulbs and meth. In some levels it is randomized which item is in which closet, so there is some replay value. Enemies range from petards with protest signs, skinheads with baseball bats, Muslims with knives, hipsters with fixie bikes and various animals like dogs, bees and dogs with bees in their mouths. Some examples for NGOs are Nazis for equal treatment of animals, the Outraged Society Foundation, the International Center for Exploitation of Missing Children, Deafline, German Environment Help or Axel Schweiß Verlag. There were some douche wants to protect animals, children, diversity or the West, you hate them all. Last Monday I added widescreen support, but it's a bit buggy. An important feature I added months ago is support of level scripts in the 4th programming language. Scripts can for example be used for ambushes or to change the weather or the music during the course of a level. The cool thing about 4th is that you can write an interpreter from scratch in around 1000 lines of C. And of these 1000 lines a good portion are string constant containing 4th code, because it's self-hosting. 4th is simpler and probably faster than Lua and also faster than Lisp. 4th may be a stack-based functional programming language, but it also has the simplicity and elegance of C. The game engine makes use of message-driven programming, as you might remember it from writing Windows applications in C. Objects receive messages through a single handler function that typically enters a switch case statement and defaults to calling a standard handler. Tile sets contain a lot of metadata for collision or special tile types, so it works more like Commander Keen and less like Just Check Rabbit. Also like Commander Keen there are 3 layers, the foreground, the background and the info layer. The additional parallax backgrounds are loaded as single images and don't get tiled. Similar to Hocus Pocus or Command & Conquer, the game engine uses multiple small tile sets instead of one big. This makes it easier to reuse common tiles like doors or switches. Tell me what you think about this game so far, leave a comment. Also to game developers that use pre-made game engines. What do you think about the idea of using Forth as a scripting language? Furthermore, like and subscribe.